Hi guys, so we're at KLGCC attending the launch of the all-new Lexus EX as well as the newly facelifted Lexus RX. So in this video, we are focusing our attention to the RX. Okay, so this is a facelifted version of the RX that we are familiar with. And for this iteration, Lexus Malaysia, they have streamlined their offering. They are no longer offering the hybrid. They are no longer offering the V6 model. All they have now will be the Lexus RX 300. All right, and now Lexus have also joined the numbers game in line with BMW and Mercedes-Benz. 300 no longer stands for the engine capacity, but well, some sort of representation of the power output. This is powered by the 2-liter turbo engine, making 235 horsepower. So it is what 15-20 horses down from the level of the competition, where you know the 300s or the 30i's or 300s of the Mercedes or the 30i's of BMW, they have moved to they are well in the 250 horsepower stratosphere. But still, 235 horsepower is not numbers to be laughed at. They represent decent outputs and certainly don't make for an underpowered vehicle. Okay, so there are 3 variants on offer. Prices start at 400,000 ringgit. The one that you see here, this is the F Sport variant. It is priced at 440 ringgit. So well, not cheap, but it's actually, if you look at it in the context of luxury SUVs, pretty decent value. This car, you talk about it price-wise or body size-wise, it sits nicely in that space between the X5 and the X3. So, so those people who find an X3 to be the X3 GLC to be a bit small for their needs, but don't want to go to the X5 where they are now all going for in the region of 600k, this therefore represents a very, very respectable middle ground. So you can see here, this is the F Sport variant, very dynamic, very aggressive styling lines, and I'm not sure if my camera can capture this adequately, but look at the illumination of the signal lights. All right, it is in person. This is illuminating uniform. What you call it, uniform illumination. This also illuminates outwards in a single smooth action. Okay, and this generation of the RX, once again, very sharply styled, sharp creases, very aggressively styled, and this particular line here, the way they shape this rear windscreen, very, very distinctive. You won't mistaken this for anything else. But at the same time, when you just look at this section of the tailgate, this is unmistakably Lexus RX lah. But still, I think for considering the way it looks, its body size, this is really a proper and an attractive option as a luxury SUV. And in case you forget, the Lexus RX or its twin, at that time the Toyota Harrier, this was the car that began that started the luxury SUV market. It is thanks to this car that BMW went on to develop the X5. It is this car that that Mercedes went to develop the M-Class, and which eventually became the GLE. Then we have the GLCs. Then Audi had their Q7, Q5, Q3, even Porsche Macan. They all owe their existence to the original Lexus RX that proved to the world that there is a market for SUVs with luxury, with a luxury badge, luxury features, and yada yada. Okay, so let's take a closer look. Powered tailgate. It has keyless. It has hands-free activation, but I don't have the keys with me. So let's retract the tonneau cover first. Okay, and so the seats have 60-40 split folding, and you can do this. Okay, it takes a while to respond. Okay, oh sorry, I pressed the switch at the wrong side. So just hold this and it drops. Okay. And so it drops, powered drop, but it's not a perfectly flat floor. But this time around, I'm content to sacrifice that for the convenience of power folding, or rather the novelty of. So the boot luggage space is excellent, looks big. It will swallow a good number of suitcases or your golf bags. So we'll close this and we'll check out the inside. So you can also fold the seat back up from the boot, or you can do it from here. Yeah, so it's a bit slow, you do have to wait for it, but well, you don't have to do it yourself. So now step inside. This is the F Sport variant. So it's a bit of a monotonous color scheme. Okay, let me just turn off the radio so that it doesn't catch out with my narration. And wow, once again, fantastic legroom available. Thigh support is not as good as the ES over there, but all right, decent. Good recline angle, and well, good headroom here. You would want that from an SUV. You would expect that from an SUV. Got rear blowers here with heated seats, or cool. Is it heated? No, I think it's a ventilated seats. All right, and got two USB ports here. Two USB ports there. Armrest. So this one, the RX here, does not have dedicated rear climate control, but this armrest is fully utilized for storage. This here is one storage tray. This here is used for foldable cup holder. Mechanism feels solid, right? And we've got dedicated lights here. Let me just give you an overall view of the dashboard. Okay, so I think I'll just hop in front. Okay, so here we have it. Also a full digital instrument cluster, and you can alter the appearance a little by changing the driving modes. This is sport, this is eco, this is custom, and unlike the Lexus IS once upon a time, this thing does not slide. Unfortunately, that was a rather neat party trick. And here we have large central screen, but as I showed in the ES also, does not support touch. You have to navigate entirely using this touchpad. So you can scroll. Let me see. Okay, I just have to rely on. So you can move your fingers about, pretty much like a computer touchpad. Then when you just press it down to select the feature that you want, and also you have the back shortcut keys and all. Okay, so let's just show you as well the center dash here. This is a wireless charging tray. We've got two USB ports, and this here, this I think is a stand for your mobile phone, and this is the cup holder. It says here push. God, I don't see what does this do. It says here push, but it doesn't. I'm not sure what feature does that do. So here, this is just a pad here for you to rest your arm. Okay, very nice. And this lid opens backwards. Two USB ports here, 12-volt socket, and this goes, well, decently deep. Oh, so here we have it. This is the camera. Clarity is, so that's the front camera. Yes, that's the front camera. This is the 360-degree camera, and I would say that clarity and stitching really is distinctly average. Definitely nowhere near what you get with Mercedes or BMW. One thing Mercedes and BMW do really well is that their cameras offer fantastic clarity. Mercedes in particular, fabulous stitching of the images. Okay, so here you are. Just give you a quick glance around the dashboard. So good selection of materials, impeccable selection of materials, and all nice. This is a nice soft leather material here as well. So all nice to touch, all nicely fitted, and design. It looks appealing. It's a nice, usage of curves here. Good, in contrast of materials. It's just that this being this F Sport version, the mix of color, it's just a sea of gray. There is a non-F Sport car inside, which I would now go inside and have a look. And here we have the Autobus team. Hey, so how's Gisima doing in Italy?
I think he's having fun.
He's having fun.
No,
He's in Germany. That guy. Wow.
Yeah.
Guy is traveling, huh?
Good life.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go and check this car out. So, guys, this is the non-F Sport variant of the RX. So you can see immediately the front end does not look as aggressive, particularly the corner of the bumpers that when there is nowhere near as large. So inside here, we will check this car out. This one has a brown interior. No, sorry, it's my eyes tell me it's brown. Yes, it's brown. Looks slightly two-tonish, so it's gray on brown. Not quite a contrast, but it's not just a pure sea of black. So, but I think here to your eyes, through my camera, the contrast is, even though it's a two-tone color, the contrast really is next to not being there. Okay, so guys, here we have it. The all-new Lexus. Sorry, this is not the all-new. This is the new, facelifted, improved Lexus RX. Cheers, guys.